Hello all, and welcome to my next video. Today we're going to be looking at a couple, well, in this video specifically one, but I have two new pickups from the Halo Spartan collection. Um, I unboxed Master Chief and Cat before. I now have Emile and Jerome. We're going to do Emile in this video. For anybody who doesn't know, Emile is in Halo Reach. He's kind of like their heavy assault guy, their heavy assault Spartan, I guess is the best way to describe him. He's got a shotgun, he's got a knife, he's definitely up close, lots of kind of explosions, things like that. He's kind of like the big muscle, I guess you could kind of say. Maybe that's not fair, but you kind of get the character and the point. But yeah, we've got Cat and we now have Emile. I'm guessing I don't know if it's how accurate this is. We might get one Reach character per set until we eventually have them all. Kind of cool. I wish we got them all a little bit quicker, but hey, it is what it is. So Cat was first, Emile's next. Guess we're just gonna have to wait and see who's next. I used to not be a big Halo Reach fan, but as I got older and the more I kind of played it, I went back and played it again a few years ago, and it like really grew on me, and now I think it's one of the better Halos. Excited to eventually, hopefully, get this whole team. And we're starting with Cat, and then now we're going on to Emile. There's this little kind of thing on the back, comes with the M45 shotgun, kukri knife, and additional hands. Cool. I will say, with Emile and with Jerome, to be fair, I'm hoping this is a consistent thing. But it at least looks like Wicked Cool Toys finally got the paint apps on these guys down better. Still not perfect, but I think it's a vast improvement over all the Wave 1s I saw, whether they were the initial release or the later release. The paint apps on this guy and the Jerome, just in the box, look way better than what Master Chief and Cat had. So I'm hoping that's a consistent thing. If it is, then good on Wicked Cool for doing that. Like, they're getting it together and they're making it better. Cool. If it's just random luck that I got two good ones, then that sucks. But we're going to go ahead and open up Emile, kind of get into this. I talked about Reach in the Cat video, and then somebody asked me, like, what's your favorite Halo? Oh, that's tough. Two or three. I kind of have a soft spot for three because I had played two before. I had actually not played one at all by the time I played two and three. But I had played two, and then I played three, and I think three was one of the, like, along with Gears of War and, like, Dead Rising, was kind of one of the few Xbox 360 games I had. So three kind of holds, like, the sentimental favorite in my heart. But I'd probably say two overall, just on that big-ass old Xbox, playing multiplayer all the time and all those memories. Not that three didn't have a lot of crazy-ass multiplayer stories. So he's got interchangeable hands. We'll go through those first. Okay. He comes with kind of like open hands in the package, but he's also got two closed-fisted hands. He's got some open palm hands. And then he's got one kind of pointing two fingers up hands. So far, every one of these that I've gotten, the Master Chief, the Cat, and I think even the Jerome is going to have all had this kind of hand. Pretty cool. I mean, I like kind of they're each kind of getting one. We have his knife. And then we have the shotgun. Cool thing about this is, unlike Master Chief's rifle as well as a Cat's rifle, this is actually pretty good. It's not warped at all. I was able to get the warping on the Master Chief and the Cat rifles out of the way. I just kind of heated it up and like laid them flat. Kind of put like a heavy object on top of it till it kind of just kind of till it cooled in place. This one doesn't have anything like that, so cool. The color on this, I believe, is pretty solid as well. I might be mistaken on that. But yeah. And then we have Emile himself. We got a couple little ties here. Cut those. All right. There we go. He is a bulky boy. Okay. Stand test. Oh, he stands great. Awesome. Cool. Happy about that. So yeah, right off the bat, as I'm looking at it, because there's a lot of like matted plastic on them, there's not a lot of like the actual armor pieces. The paint job on them looks pretty good. Now here's the thing with this Emile I'm noticing. Because his like kick pads or whatever, his guards here are, his armor is already like a gray silver. I don't know if my light reflection, you can see where the paint is kind of brushed and where the silver is bleeding through, but you can't tell because it's already a silver whatever color. So they kind of lucked out on Emile with that. I'm not gonna lie, because I can see it in the light here, but if you just set him down, you can't. It's completely unnoticeable because it's already his armor's already silver and gray. So they kind of lucked out on that. You can kind of see it a little bit better there on the boot. But yeah, they kind of lucked out on that. Let me see if I can get his knife in here. Cool. Knife goes in. We got the gun. I like Emile. I do. He's a really cool character. I won't spoil anything for anybody who hasn't played the game, but he's got a cool sequence. And then I like his helmet. I just like the kind of skull design. It's always kind of reminds me of one of the designs from StarCraft. I can't remember which one. I don't know if that's an intentional thing or not, but yeah, his visor kind of has like the skull paint job on it, and it's really cool. A lot of detail on this guy, like all of his little canisters here, his little grenades, his shells. Got the pack here. And here on the back, you can kind of see some of that silver bleed through as well. Like I said, they got lucky that a lot of him is already gray. So his shoulder pad looks really good, though. So do the shotgun shells here. That looks great. I'm trying to figure out if he has... Okay, he doesn't. Well, no, he does. Where's that? Maybe he doesn't. So the shotgun does come with a peg hole to put on his back, but he doesn't have a peg. He's got this like kind of like brick of a peg here, but like it's not going to fit this. So I guess if you wanted to use the shotgun for somebody else and put it on their back with the peg hole, cool. It's not really going to go on Emile. Does he have one somewhere else? I don't remember. No, I don't think so. So you're just going to have to hold it or just not have him use it. Beyond that, though, it's a great looking figure. I think it's, from a quality control standpoint, the best one so far. I still think the Chief is probably, his Master Chief. He's going to be my favorite one. I don't know. Jerome looks pretty good over there in the box. But like this one doesn't have a lot of the same quality control issues. There's no loose joints. The paint, like I said, they got lucky that this is already gray and silver, so you can't really see the bleed through. You can see a little bit of it on the back, but so far, quality control wise, this is the best one. So kudos. Like I said, I hope that's a consistent thing, so I can keep praising the quality of the figures instead of having to get mad at these little paint job issues and everything that have really plagued this whole line. Yeah, but that's Emile. He's got a lot of articulation. we got that. And I know I don't go over all of the articulation. I try to keep my videos a little bit shorter, because, you know, so many action figures kind of already have the same types of articulation. These guys are on ball joints. And then you just got standard like knee articulation and stuff. They're real stiff. So I don't go. I know a lot of people, not a lot of people. Like I got a comment on one of my videos saying I undersold the articulation. Yeah, I do, because I think if you're kind of looking at one of these figures, you kind of know what you're getting. Head movement, shoulders, thighs. They don't go out too much because of the bulky armor. He's got double jointed knees, which is pretty cool for one of these armored figures. No ab crunch or anything like that. No waist pivot. So yeah, like it's once you kind of do one review, like with the WWE figures, when I do one Mattel Elite, you kind of know what to expect with the rest of the Mattel Elites. So that's kind of why I don't go too much into the articulation. I'm always more worried about like the quality control of the figure. Does it have loose joints? Is the paint job good? How's the deco? Things like that. That's kind of my big thing, because I don't really play with them a lot. So the articulation doesn't come into play. I kind of put them in one pose, and as long as it can articulate that, cool, then I might display it, you know. Beyond that, I'm not really playing with them and don't really have a whole lot of need for all the articulation. So I don't really go into a lot of that detail. So I apologize if that's something you want, but I don't do a lot of. Maybe over time I'll do more of it. But yeah, that's it for Emile. He's a great figure. I like the dome here. I like that. They got that right. I'm so glad this looks as good as it does. And yeah, like I said, they kind of got lucky down here with the bleed through. But quality control wise, probably the best one so far. I'll give it that. And I will catch you guys in the next video. We're gonna take a look at Jerome, which comes from Halo Wars. He might have been in I've never read any of the Halo books, so I apologize if, you know, he popped up in a book before or something like that. Cool. I didn't read it. I haven't read any of the books. If it wasn't a game, I probably don't really know much about whatever that lore is. But I know Jerome is in Halo Wars. I mean, he's on the damn cover, and he's one of the main characters. I like Halo Wars. Haven't played Halo Wars 2, so we're going to get into that in the next video. But yeah, thank you, and I will catch you guys in that one.